So anecdotally, do you see the messages on interest rates and, like replacing fixed income with annuity products, or trying to replicate, say, bond ladders through income? Like, are those messages really resonating more now, do you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, it's related in the way we talk to, firms, about low interest rates, pandemic, not a factor, and it should for a couple of reasons. One, because it's the yin and the yang, right? I mean, you've got the obvious low interest rates. What do you do with the assets you've been investing in, those kind of bonds or bond ladders where they don't yield? And going back to market assumptions, many market assumptions now are for the next 10 years you're going to have negative real returns in fixed income. That's problematic to not only to a portfolio, but to an advisor's business model. How do you throw a 1% fee on that, right? And make it even worse. It becomes problematic. But I think, that low interest rate environment, the other side of it. So looking at annuities for accumulation, as well, as, looking at MYGAs, multi-year guaranteed annuities or fixed indexed annuities for, an allocation from that fixed income portfolio. We've seen a tremendous amount of that. And that's, we focus, a lot on that and the education around that. But the other side of it is, you're also taking on more risk in the equity markets, because one, for the advisor, it's hard to move the money into a bond that's not going to perform. And for their clients, they don't want to see it. They're like, okay, the market's been doing great. Why am I going to take money out of the market? And look how fast it rebounded. Yeah. Why am I taking money out of the market to put it into a bond that's not yielding anything? So I think you have a real problem in that. So I think, some of the protection factors of like RILAs, the buffered annuities, where you can still have equity-like exposure and some level of downside protection, knowing as an advisor, as an asset manager, that you're keeping more money in the equity portion, it makes sense to at least de-risk some of it, with an annuity, that can provide some kind of downside, benefit, downside protection. And so we've been messaging that a lot as well, and we're seeing the uptake in those products accelerate.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and particularly what you're saying about the desire to stay in equity, as opposed to just sort of pushing people. It's like, no, you need to invest in something you're not comfortable with. That seems to bridge the gap a little bit more nicely, for some folks.